I'm Anika, 27, mid-level operations at a logistics company. I'm a quiet problem solver, fixing systems, not bragging. But my manager, Mr. Kellier, crushed anyone not bowing to him. He once told me flat, "You're not smart at all. People like you are replaceable." That sentence lit a fire. It was a Tuesday, conference room buzzing with coffee cups and charts. I'd presented a workaround saving hours of double entry, slides glowing with efficiency gains. Instead of thanks, Kellier smirked, tapping his pen like I was a kid. "Not smart at all," he said, voice cutting through chatter. "Try harder." My chest burned, like a slap in front of class. The team shifted, avoiding eyes, air thick with awkward silence. Pain agitated, relatable to being dismissed for your best work. I laughed it off, but inside, something cracked, humiliation turned resolve. His words stuck like gum on a shoe. I didn't snap back, just nodded, but a spark ignited. Kellier thought he'd shamed me into silence. Wrong. I'd prove him wrong, not with shouts, but with quiet moves that'd make him eat that smirk. The office hum felt like a countdown to his regret. The office was a rumor mill, whispers spreading like smoke. In the break room, I overheard coworkers by the coffee machine, "Don't suggest to Kellier. He steals or buries it." My ears perked, buries what? They saw me, froze, and changed topics fast. That was my light bulb. I wasn't crazy, just his latest target. Pain hit, like learning a bully picks on everyone, not just you. Agitation grew, relatable to realizing you're not alone in the crosshairs. I sipped coffee, acting casual, but mentally filed every word. Kellier's games weren't personal, he crushed to stay king. The breakroom's hum felt charged, like a storm brewing. I'd use their whispers, turn them into weapons. No quitting yet, I'd watch closer, gather more. His ego was my opening, and I'd slip through it. Suspense built as I nodded to coworkers, hiding my plan. His "not smart" echoed, fueling quiet sarcasm, "Replaceable? Watch me become indispensable." The office coffee burned my tongue, matching the fire in my chest. I'd make him regret underestimating me. That night, I bought a spiral notebook, cheap but sturdy. Every Kellier shot down idea, stolen credit, or snide remark, I wrote with dates, names, details. Started as therapy, soon an archive of his failures, pages filling fast. Pain eased with each entry, like building a case against a thief. Agitation lingered, but it fueled me, relatable to keeping receipts on a bad boss. The notebook grew thicker than a novel in 3 months, my quiet revenge taking shape. My apartment's dim light cast shadows as I scribbled after meetings. Kellier had no clue his ego built my trap. The office felt like a battlefield, his words landmines I'd dodge and collect. Sarcasm whispered, "Not smart? This book begs to differ." I carried it hidden, adding lines daily. Each note was a brick in my wall, ready to topple his throne. Suspense pulsed. When would I use it? The answer wasn't clear, but the weight in my hand felt like power. A senior exec visited, and my spreadsheet system became Kellier's breakthrough. He presented my words verbatim, slides I'd built, not tweaking a single chart. The exec clapped, "This is why we keep you around." Pain stabbed like a hot iron, relatable to someone stealing your homework and getting the A. Agitation boiled. 3 months of my nights, his glory? I sat in the back, smiling politely, but my pen scratched, date, witnesses, his smug grin. The conference room's applause felt like a mockery of my work. Kellier basked, unaware I'd turn his theft against him. Suspense grew, his lie was my leverage. The office hum buzzed with his false victory, but my notebook held the truth. Sarcasm brewed, "Nice show, Kellier. Enjoy the spotlight, it's temporary." I'd make sure his stolen crown fell, and I'd do it quietly, my way. Just before you continue to watch, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. It would encourage and help us keep creating amazing content for you. Alright, back to the story. Co-workers came privately, Anika, help with the system? Kellier never explains. I tutored quietly, no bragging, showing them tricks I'd built. Slowly, the team leaned on me, not him, their questions bypassing his desk. He was too arrogant to notice, like a king blind to rebellion. Pain turned power, relatable to becoming the secret hero in a sinking ship. Agitation faded as they thanked me, whispers of respect replacing pity. The office's open plan hum felt alive, ideas flowing freer. My notebook grew with their stories, co-workers he'd dismissed, ideas he'd buried. Kellier's mask cracked, they saw me as the real fix. Suspense pulsed, how long before he noticed? I kept teaching, building trust, my quiet moves shifting the tide. Sarcasm grinned, not smart. They begged to differ. The office coffee tasted sweeter, my resolve stronger. I was the backbone now, and he was clueless. A project lead position opened, whispers said my name. In the meeting, Kellier cut me off, she's too green. Not ready. My chest burned, like being benched for no reason, relatable to being overlooked despite carrying the game. I smiled, nodded, but that night, I applied elsewhere. Pain fueled action, agitation turning to purpose. The office lights dimmed as I hit submit on resumes, each click a step away from his shadow. Kellier thought he'd buried me, but I was digging out. Suspense grew, where would I land? My notebook sat by my laptop, a reminder of his wrongs. Sarcasm whispered, too green. Watch me bloom elsewhere. The office felt like a cage I'd soon escape. I'd show him replaceable wasn't my story. My quiet moves were louder than he knew. 2 months later, a competitor offered better pay, benefits, respect. I almost cried reading the email, relief washing over me. But I didn't resign yet, timing was key. Revenge, like cold coffee, hits harder when planned. Pain from Kellier's insults lingered, but excitement drowned it, relatable to seeing light after a dark tunnel. I kept the offer secret, watching him strut in meetings, unaware I held an ace. The office hum felt temporary, my notebook my ticket out. Suspense built, when to drop the news? I worked as usual, tutoring co-workers, letting Kellier think he'd won. Sarcasm grinned, eat me alive? You'll starve without me. My apartment's quiet was my planning ground. I'd leave on my terms, and he'd beg when I did. I handed my notice, Kellier laughed. Good luck. They'll eat you alive. Didn't ask where, just smirked, like I'd crawl back. Pain stung, relatable to a bad breakup laugh. Agitation brief, my offer warmed me. I nodded, left his office, heart pounding but face calm. Co-workers whispered support, some knowing I'd land strong. The open plan buzz felt like a countdown to his regret. Suspense pulsed, how soon would he crack? My notebook stayed home, locked safe. I'd built their system, they'd feel my absence. Sarcasm brewed, good luck? You'll need it, Kellier. The office coffee machine hissed as I packed, eyes on me. I'd make him eat that laugh, and it'd taste bitter. 2 weeks after I left, texts flooded, systems breaking. No one knows it. Kellier's freaking out. I sipped coffee at my new desk, where my manager valued my ideas. Almost felt sorry, almost. Pain turned glee, relatable payback for being dismissed. Agitation gone, their chaos was my win. They leaned on me more than they knew, and now systems crashed without my fixes. I replied sparingly, letting them stew. Kellier's smirk flashed in my mind, I'd wipe it clean. Suspense grew, how bad would it get? The new office's hum felt like freedom, my work respected. Sarcasm grinned, not smart. Guess who's drowning now? Their panic was my music, and the song just started. At 7:30 p.m., my phone rang, Kellier. Voice tight, we need you back. Things aren't running. You built this, fix it. No please, just demand, like I owed him. Pain flipped to power, relatable moment of a bully begging. I let silence stretch. Then, you said I wasn't smart. Why need me? He stammered, miscommunication. I said I'd think, hung up, hands shaking from adrenaline. His desperation was sweet, like revenge served cold. Suspense pulsed. Would he call again? My new job felt secure, but his plea lit a spark. The office was a memory, but my notebook was my weapon. Sarcasm whispered, miscommunication? Sure, Kellier. Beg louder. I didn't respond. Texts poured in, please, Anika, train us. Payroll delayed, Kellier blames you. Truth was, he couldn't run my system, blind to its gears. Pain turned satisfaction, like watching a thief trip. Relatable irony, his arrogance his downfall. Agitation gone, their chaos soothed me. The office crumbled without my fixes, co-workers lost in spreadsheets I'd built. I let them flounder, notebook safe at home. Suspense thickened, how desperate would they get? My new desk gleamed, my ideas heard. Kellier's blame was a badge, he'd buried me, now he sank. Sarcasm grinned, blame me? Run your mess, genius. Their begging was music, and I wasn't done playing. HR emailed, back at higher pay grade. I laughed, desperate now? Pain to triumph, relatable underdog rise. They didn't just want me, they needed me to save their sinking ship. I didn't accept yet, letting suspense build. Their plea showed my value, the office a mess without my systems. My new job thrived, but old wounds pulled me to negotiate. Kellier's not smart echoed, fueling my terms. I demand more than money, control, respect. The office hum was chaos now, my absence their wound. Sarcasm whispered, higher pay? You'll offer more. I'd make them beg harder before I decided. I listed terms, 40% raise, direct to exec, protection from Kellier. HR hesitated, emails vague. Happy where I am, I said sweetly, voice calm but firm. Their silence screamed need. Relatable power shift, turning tables on a bully. Pain gone, control mine. My new office felt like home, but justice called me back to fix their mess my way. Suspense pulsed, would they agree? My notebook sat ready, proof of his failures. Kellier's smirk flashed, I'd erase it. The logistics world watched their chaos grow. Sarcasm grinned, hesitating. Good luck without me. I waited, knowing they'd cave soon. They invited me in person. Walking in, heads turned, like a ghost returned. Kellier sat pale, eyes avoiding mine. He stammered, tough love, misunderstandings. Humiliation flipped to him. Relatable reversal, bully groveling. Pain turned glee, his excuses weak. The boardroom air was thick, his discomfort palpable. I said nothing, letting silence cut deeper than words. Suspense built, what would they offer? My notebook was my shield, his lies exposed. Co-workers whispered awe, sensing my power. Kellier's, not smart, echoed, now his shame. Sarcasm grinned, tough love? Try begging. The room waited for my move, and I held the cards. Before agreeing, I slid my notebook across. 2 years under Kellier, I said. Dates, stolen credit, failed projects. The exec flipped pages, face hardening with each line. Kellier sat silent, ashen. Relatable exposure, secrets laid bare. Pain to power, my archive crushed him. The boardroom shifted, him on trial, me in control. Suspense pulsed, would they act? His lies unraveled, co-workers' glances now respect. My quiet work spoke louder than his boasts. The notebook was my sword, cutting through his ego. Sarcasm whispered, not smart? Read this, genius. His empire cracked, and I stood tall, ready for their next move. They offered me his role, directly. Irony nearly made me laugh in the boardroom. Relatable twist, victim becoming boss. I kept calm, I'll consider. Power needed patience, like a chess move. The room felt charged, Kellier squirming. Suspense lingered. What would he do? My notebook sealed his fate. They saw his theft now. Co-workers' whispers turned to cheers in private texts. My new job thrived, but this offer was justice. I'd reshape their world, not just return. The office hum was mine to steer. Sarcasm grinned. Replaceable? Guess who's boss now? I held the reins, and Kellier was fading fast. Word spread, Anika back as Kellier superior. Co-workers messaged, please do it. We need you. Others warned, he'll sabotage. My reputation glowed, no longer the quiet fixer. Relatable hope, team rallying behind me. Pain faded, I was wanted, not dismissed. Suspense held, would I take it? The office buzzed with change, my name on lips. I weighed options, notebook my proof. Kellier's, not smart, was a ghost now, his power gone. My new role would rewrite the story. Sarcasm whispered, sabotage? Try it, Kellier. I was ready to lead, and he'd fall further. Kellier tried sabotaging, whispering I made up notebook. HR called, concerned. I sent emails, timestamps, Slack, airtight proof. His lies collapsed like a bad bluff. Relatable payback, liar caught red-handed. Pain to satisfaction, his desperation backfired. The company saw his true colors, co-workers nodding respect. Suspense eased, his tricks failed. My evidence was bulletproof, his whispers dust. The office shifted, trust in me growing. I'd exposed him without raising my voice. Sarcasm grinned, made up. Check the receipts. His sabotage was his final mistake, and I was ready to close the book. 3 weeks later, I signed. Same company, new title, Senior Operations Director. My first act? Restructuring command, Kellier reported to me. Irony was thick, like sweet syrup. Relatable triumph, underdog on top. Pain gone, victory mine. The office buzzed with new energy, co-workers trusting my lead. Suspense faded, I'd won the fight. My systems ran smooth, team thriving. Kellier's desk was a shadow, his smirk erased. I led with fairness, not ego. Sarcasm whispered, not smart. Look who's leading. The company was mine to shape now. Called Kellier in, he looked deflated, a balloon without air. Ready to show how smart you are? I said calmly. His flush was priceless, muttering, yes, ma'am. Relatable reversal, bully humbled. Pain turned joy, victory sweeter than expected. The office felt new, my rule bringing calm where he'd sown chaos. His not smart echoed, now his shame. Suspense gone, I held power. Co-workers smiled, sensing the shift. My notebook stayed locked, job done. Sarcasm grinned, ma'am? Bet that hurts. His humility was my crown, and I wore it quietly. Didn't fire him yet. Reassigned projects, gave voice to silenced co-workers. Ideas flowed, people he'd crushed now shone. Culture shifted, office humming with trust. Relatable cleansing, rot cleared out. Pain to pride, I rebuilt what he broke. Kellier hated it, but powerless, his ego starved. Suspense lingered, would he slip again? Co-workers thanked me quietly, their work valued. My system stabilized, team thriving. The office felt like home, not a battlefield. Sarcasm whispered, hate it, Kellier? Good. My quiet lead outshone his loud failures, and I wasn't stopping. 3 months in, Kellier aired, ignored a compliance deadline, cost thousands. I documented every detail, notebook open again. Brought to execs, keep him? Unanimous no. Relatable justice, his mistake his end. Pain complete, he was gone. Suspense eased, the office breathed freer, systems running smooth under me. Coworkers nodded respect, no whispers now. My quiet fixes had won, his chaos buried. The company felt new, built on fairness. Sarcasm grinned, smart move, Kellier. Your slip was my final checkmate, and I played it calm. Watching security escort him was surreal. He avoided eyes, shoulders slumped. I stood tall, no gloating, just calm. Silence cut deeper than insults, his own weapon turned back. Relatable closure, bully ousted. Pain to peace, my notebook closed. The office hum was steady, coworkers thriving under my lead. Suspense gone, victory mine. His not smart was a ghost, my reputation ironclad. I'd reshaped the company without a shout. The air felt clean, his shadow gone. Sarcasm whispered, replaceable? Look who's out. I led on, building better, my story rewritten. Months later, people thank me for the shift. They think it happened naturally, but I know, Kellier's insult sparked it. Pain fueled my fire, victory my reward. Relatable secret, quiet win shaping a company. The office thrives, new hires saying, this place feels supportive. My systems run like clockwork, team valued. Kellier's desk is empty, his words dust. I lead with calm, not ego, proving him wrong every day. Suspense faded, I'm the backbone now. Sarcasm grinned, not smart. I rewrote your story. My notebook's locked, but its power lingers, a reminder of truth's strength. They think it's over, but last week, a package, anonymous, note inside, you haven't seen everything. More files, emails, maybe Kellier's, maybe deeper. Suspense creeps, like a ghost knocking. Relatable cliffhanger, past haunting present. I haven't opened them all, finger hovering. The office hums under me, my legacy strong, but this feels like a new game. Pain's gone, I won. But the files hint at more rot. Sarcasm whispers, back for more, Kellier? Bring it. I'm ready, truth sharper than lies. The company's mine to lead, and I'll face whatever's next, notebook or not. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, comment, and smash the subscribe button. Also check out other videos on the channel, we've got more interesting stories for you.